The vanished flames. The mystery of the Sodder children. In the quaint town of Fayetteville, West Virginia, Christmas Eve of 1945 was a night of both festivity and despair. The air was crisp, tinged with the sweet scent of pine and the warm glow of familial togetherness. Yet, amidst the laughter echoing from the Sodder residence, a cataclysmic event unfurled. One that would rip the fabric of their family apart and plunge them into a nightmarish reality that even decades later shows no signs of resolution. The Sodder family home stood as a beacon of joy on that fateful night. George and Jennie Sodder, who had 10 children, were busy preparing for Christmas gatherings with family and friends. Their home glowed with the warm orange light of Christmas decorations that adorned their front yard. Yet, just as merriment graced their doorstep, an ominous cloud loomed. A fire broke out, swallowing their home in moments. When the dawn broke on December 25th, the Sodder family was shattered. 5 of their children, Maurice, 14, Martha, 12, Louis, 9, Jenny, 8, and Betty, 5, were unaccounted for. The house had burned to the ground, leaving no sign of their existence other than smoldering debris. The 2 surviving sons, Benny and Sylvester, reported that they had seen the flames rising. Yet the fate of their siblings remained a mystery entwined in whispers and half-formed rumors. In the aftermath, George and Jennie faced the unspeakable agony of loss, which was only compounded by shocking anomalies surrounding the house fire. As investigations commenced, they questioned the official narrative that declared the children perished in the blaze. A wooden Christmas tree, still lit when the firefighters arrived, prompted startling questions. Why would the light survive when the house did not? George pondered, grappling with the agonizing hope that somehow their children evaded the inferno. Their suspicions deepened with the lack of definitive remains. Despite the house's total destruction, no bones were uncovered. No ashes marked the final resting place of their kids. The Sodders were determined to uncover the truth, diving into research that would span the decades. Their inquiry led them down dark and seemingly implausible paths. The couple believed that their children had been kidnapped, a theory fueled by numerous reports over the years. Witnesses surfaced, claiming to have seen children resembling the Sodder kids, often with strangers in various places. There were claims of sightings in nearby cities, hints that perhaps, just perhaps, their children had escaped the clutches of death. In 1949, hope led George and Jennie to create a billboard that drew attention to the mystery that enveloped their family, adorned with pictures of their lost children alongside a plea. "We know they are alive." The billboard transformed their grief into a relentless quest for answers, breathing life into a case shrouded in shadow. Yet despite their public efforts, local law enforcement and state officials largely derided their theories, drowning their cries under the perpetrated notion of accident. Yet the Sodders refused to be silent. They invested in private detectives and investigators who delved deeper into the sordid mire of speculation surrounding their children's fate. Reports began to emerge sporadically from across the country. In 1953, a woman purportedly claimed to have encountered their children selling newspaper. Another story circulated about a woman who stated she had seen them living with a family of Italian descent, stoking fears of nefarious connections. But without tangible leads, each report faded into whispers. Years turned to decades, and as the Sodder children grew older and possibilities faded, their parents remained unyielding in their hope. Each new year brought an anniversarial pang, a reminder of the sorrow clinging to them, like shadows beneath a limping moonlight. In a twist of fate, even as Jennie thanked the community for their support, the embers of skepticism began to fade into resentment. She felt targeted, facing drawn-out scrutiny with increasing hostility. Was it a fire? The neighbors would question. Or perhaps it was something much worse. Whispers echoed in town, igniting more speculation than truth. In 1989, after a lifetime dedicated to uncovering the lost children, Jennie Sodder passed away, the fire's ghost still lurking in the recesses of her heart. George, however, persisted until his own death in 1969, clinging to the notion that the children still lived out there, their fate unknown, their existence simply a thread yet to be woven into the tapestry of certainty. The story lingered like smoke in the air, confusing, infuriating, yet captivating in its mystery. Years stretched on, and despite the passage of time and the evolution of technology, the mystery of the Sodder children becomes a puzzle with missing pieces. Investigators prone to skepticism even today have explored the possibilities from far and wide, but found persistence in the uncomprehended. Cold case teams revisited the scene recently, seeking any polymer remnants of debris long buried within the aged foundations that might substantiate identities from the past. Each excavation unfolded its share of gripping tales, but ultimately fell short of discovery. The puzzle remained unsolved, a narrative that refuses to confine itself to answers. The story of the Sodder children touches hearts near and far, a legend that continues to encircle Fayetteville. The billboard still sits along the road, a poignant sentiment among the passing vehicles, displaying a fading photograph of 5 faces smiling joyfully in brighter times. In an era that demands closure, society grapples with the enduring allure of unsolved mysteries. Those threads left untied will span generations of inquiry and hope. The Sodder children may roam the nebulous corners of forgotten time, yet they are indelibly etched in memory, forever intertwined with the imagination of those who seek to resolve the darkness they left behind. So, the flames that devoured the Sodder family home burn still, perhaps silently illuminating an elusive truth, a haunting melody that whispers, "Where are the lost, and why could they never return?"